Hello and welcome to DG Makes Math Easy. If you are new here, if you are a regular, welcome back. This is our 3-a-day multiple choice marathon. As you can see from our screen, this is not the first, this is episode 21. And so to check out the first 20 episodes, which covered the May 2019 multiple choice paper, I think, that would have been done in the last academic year. There is a link to the playlist in the description, so you can go ahead and look at those. All right, so it's every weekday. So that's Monday to Friday. We're going to be here, 3 multiple choice questions each day. So today we will be doing questions 1 to 3 of the May 2011 paper. And tomorrow you'll join me again for episode 22, where we're doing questions 4 to 6, and we proceed like that. All right, so let's hit the road. All right, so our first question for today, it says in scientific notation, 170.04 is written as, and as you may already know, scientific notation is a way in which you can write a number, expressing it as a product of a power of 10, right? So as you can see from all our answers here, all the possibilities, all the options have times 10 to a certain power, right? So we should be writing 170.04 as, okay, great. Now, in writing the number in scientific notation, the first thing you want to note is that you're going to be placing only one non-zero number in front of the decimal point. So instantly you can tell that answer A is wrong, answer C is wrong, right? And I'm speaking from the general perspective of how the scientific notation is presented. All right, so here we go. So we are going to be writing 1.7004, and that's because after the 1, all the other digits in the original number are 7, 0, 0, and 4. You just write them straight like that, all right? And then what we're giving as our answer is, what power of 10 can I multiply this by to actually get this, right? So what power of 10 am I multiplying? 1.7004 by what power of 10 can I multiply it by to get back this original number, 170? And some persons can tell from off the top of their heads that this is going to be, you can multiply this by 100 to get back that number, right? And so 100 is the same as 10 squared, and that would have been your final answer. Another approach some persons would take is the general shortcut to say, okay, how can I get this decimal point? What operation can allow me to get this decimal point to actually be in its original position? And then generally, persons just go, okay, since it would need to be 2 more places to the right, then okay, I'll just multiply by 100, which is 10 squared. All right, so persons have different ways of looking at it. Whichever way is comfortable for you, that is good. But the aim is always, how can I present this times a certain power of 10 to get back my original? All right, question 2. What percentage of 340 is 425? 425 is what percentage of 340? Do you know where to start? If you don't, start by writing down exactly what the statement says. Repeat this English question in your mind and then just write it down mathematically. All right? What percentage of 340 is 425? Literally. What percentage, so I don't know, what percentage, so that's X percentage, of 340 we're representing that with multiplication, 340 is, that's an equal sign, 425. And if you do this, if you practice techniques like this, you can't go wrong. All right, after this is strictly simplifying. All right, so if we should divide both of these terms here by 10, which some persons just refer to as canceling the zeros, we end up with x times 34. So that's 34x. We're just going to simplify the sides now. Over 10. Simplifying this side, that's what you get, x times 34. 34 over 10. And if it makes you comfortable, some people like to put the number over 1, all right? Just to make it fractional and comfortable for some people. All right, so now we have 34x over 10 equals 425. I'm trying to find x, clearly, right? So here now, your solving equations game need for strong bad. All right, so here we go. We need to get rid of this 34 and this 10. Let's go with the 10 first. How do I get rid of this 10? I need to multiply by 10. And if I do that to one side, do it to the other side. All right, 10 cancels 10. Now we have 34x equals 4,250. We are only trying to find x, so I still need to get rid of this 34. All right, and that's definitely using division. If I divide by 34 on one side, I must do it on the other side. X is going to be equal to, and for some persons, they can quickly say 34 into 42 goes so and so. Some persons would need to take it one step at a time. So what you can do is tell yourself you're simplifying the numbers by, let's say, dividing both of these by 2. And that will give you 17 for our denominator. And for our numerator, that's going to be 2,125. And clearly, all of these are whole numbers, so you know that you should not be ending up with a fraction. 17 can go into 2125, 2,125. And once you do that properly, you should get your answer of 125. And that is the percentage that we were looking for. You can always double check your answer and check to see if 425 is 125% of 340, right? So you can literally go and find 125% of 340, and it should work out to 425 if you want to double check your answer. All right, final question. Anne and Betty shared a sum of money in the ratio 2 to 3 respectively, and respectively tells you that you go in the same order. It's a 5-part ratio. 2 parts belong to Anne, 3 parts belong to Betty. It also says, okay, so you might want to do this on your paper. Anne, Betty, 2 to 3. Anne received $120. So in terms of the ratio, those are the numbers. In terms of the actual money, Anne got 120. And we are being asked to find Betty's share. We don't know Betty's share. All right. And clearly, this is a question regarding proportion. So where 2 ratios are equal to each other. All right. And if 2 ratios are equal to each other, you can literally write that down. 2 ratios are equal to each other. So 2 to 3 is equal to 120 to x. You can equate both ratios. Remember, ratios are also fractions. So that's why we can write it like this. Once you do this, once the rule says if 2 ratios are equal, then their cross products are also equal. All right, so we're going to be multiplying 2 times x, that gives us 2x. We're going to be multiplying 3 times 120, and that will give us 360. And once you divide here by 2, we get the value of x, which in the first place was Betty's share. We're going to get $180. And of course, I have a shortcut. You can observe. So since the 2 ratios are equal, you can ask yourself 2 times, how can I move from 2 to 120? That's going to be multiplied by 60. Multiply 2 by 60. So in order to move from 3 to whatever this number is, you can also multiply by 60. So this is multiple choice. So you're free to use whatever way you want, and you would have gotten your 180 just the same. All right, and we are already done. This is the end of our first episode for this paper, but really episode 21. Remember, you can check out the other episodes. The link is in the description below to the entire playlist for that paper. And join me tomorrow again for episode 22. So goodbye from DG Makes Math Easy. We are intentional about making math dimensional. See you when I see you.